Rick, how would you assess where your defense is at as you kind of get ready for the conference play coming up in a couple weeks?
Well, still we've got areas we've got to continue to improve on. Seems like we talk a lot about our ball screen coverage, and I think that'll probably be a theme that we talk about all year because so many teams are using ball screens and obviously trying to get our guys to understand and call the cover. We do have a multiple package in what we do, and oftentimes it's hard to get to certain coverages that we want based on where the screener's coming from, and so those are things that angles that we're going to have to continue to talk about and work with. But I'd say when you're still in December, there's not one aspect that you look at with your team that you don't think you have to improve with. Because I think there's a lot of room for improvement, but there's also a lot of improvement for individuals that we've got to continue to get our guys to develop themselves the way they want to. But again, I look at every phase of where we are right now. I think we've got to get better.
Coach, I know you're not surprised by what Josiah is doing, but how important is what he's been able to accomplish here so far this season?
Well, again, it's been his consistency has been the best amongst our team, and when you think about it, he had his best off season that he's had since he's been here, and I think it's certainly showing up right now. And it's what we really, I think, what he expects from himself and what we expected from him, and we need him to continue to do that and continue to lead and help bring these young guys along with him.
Coach, when you went back and watched the tape, what did NC State do to take Dalton kind of out of his game, and what's his response been to sort of struggling for the first time?
Well, they did what we told him all along people were going to do. They're going to really try to force his catches out further. They're going to play physical with him. They're going to attack him really on both ends, whether it's, again, trying to run through screens, run them off screens, get up to touch on ball screens, doing everything they can to get the gaps. And then on the other end, every chance they get to go at him, they're going to go at him. And so I told him, I've told him for weeks, you have no idea what's coming. And I told him after this, I said, it's only going to keep coming, and it's great for you that you saw it right now, and it really started seeing a little bit of it in the Illinois game. But the fact is, he'll handle it. He's going to work at it. He wants to get better. I mean, that's one of the reasons he came here. He talked about it from day one, wanting to improve defensively. But he is going to see defenses that he's never seen before, and I really he can pass it. He actually made a couple nice passes that where the pass got stripped, but where he got in trouble the other night, he got anxious and started trying to just put his head down and go without really seeing the court, and he normally doesn't do that. So that was a good experience for him.
What is, I guess, the next step then for him in dealing with those defenses he's seeing and making sure he's still finding ways to produce?
Well, relying on his teammates and understand just what we've said in the past. I mean, people don't realize how Santi's helped his teammates so much by the way he's being guarded, where he knows how to space the court and basically open up a double gap for people because they're not willing to leave him. We're seeing that with Jordan Gaines. We're starting to see it with Josiah. And so now he can impact the game in a different way where the floor is going to be open. He's just got to, with them double teaming and getting heavy gas, he's just got to be able to find the right receiver.
Where's Jordan at right now in terms of adjusting, I guess, to this level?
Again, I think it's the same. I do think that the other night was the first time all year I thought he was anxious. Maybe it's the fact that his legs out of mod. I'm not sure. But Jordan's really done pretty well when you think of he's improved a lot defensively. He's only going to continue to get better there as his body continues to fill out. Where he can, because he's not afraid of being physical, trying to run through screens. But offensively, it's probably not predetermined what he's going to do before he gets it, and letting the game come to him a little bit more. But again, both of those guys already have had huge impacts with us, and they'll continue to help us. And their teammates will tell you we need them to do what they do best and continue to try to do it. And that's score the ball.
A couple of Josiah's threes came on the trailer, one Zakiah him trailing. How much do you like Josiah in that trailer role?
Well, it changes everything in transition. When they have to start playing that out now, it's going to open up either those wings or the posts underneath the basket. And now we need our post guys to, when it's open there, just want to open up drives for Zakiah like he had the other night. So anytime you can get the floor stretched around that key area, it opens up a lot and gives you a chance to really attack the basket.
Mentioned the other night needing to get Tobe going, I guess, on the offensive end. How do you get Tobe going?
Well, him, again, it goes back, I always talk about space on the court and knowing your space and knowing how to get to your space and fight for your space. That's what he's got to understand and get there, catch the ball where he wants it. And if he doesn't catch it where he wants it, how does he get it where he wants it without turning the ball over, knowing that people are going to be digging down on him, trying to take it away from him, and learning how to, pass it out, maybe go screen, maybe repost, all that. But he worked so hard at it, and again, this is probably the first time really since he's been anywhere that we're trying to encourage him to go score the ball, and at a higher level than he's probably ever been asked to do. But he'll figure it out. But what we need most of all is him to continue to be the force he is on the boards. He runs down, he got some great extra possessions for us. That right there, those are like bolts of lightning when somebody can get a rebound like that and throw it back and somebody pop a three or get an easy layup, and we need him to continue to do that as much as anything.
Coach, 2 of the last 3 games pretty much been an 8-man rotation. How much?
Well, it's just a game, Rob. I mean, you've been around, you see us play. Those are high level possession games, and sometimes it's not right. As much as we want to get those young guys some minutes, we realize the kind of game we're in, and we realize in those type games early in January that our young guys are getting better, but they don't still understand what it takes at this time to win it the way we want them to. But they're going to get there because they're going to continue to work hard. But the other night it was an old bunch of old basketball players out there, college basketball players playing. We're going to keep trying to build our bench, get our younger guys ready because we know we're going to need them, and as long as they'll continue to work, there's going to come a point in time where they're going to give us quality minutes.
How's Jonas? Physically looked like he was struggling a little bit.
He didn't practice the day before, and he came back, and I thought he got better as the game went on. But Jonas is no different to me than most players. If you don't get the reps day in and day out and get in a rhythm, it's hard to not practice to go out and play in a game that was as physical as we knew that was going to be the other night.
The characteristics of a Billy Gillespie team.
Yeah, very aggressive. We're going to fight you. We're going to fight every pass. We're going to work hard to get through passing lanes. They do a lot out floppy where they can get into a high-low game and do some different things. But hard-nosed, and again, they're very scrappy. Good different ball screen coverages, and we'll really try to deny them. They will be a heavy gap team against us, I think, and they'll be in a gap not so much to slow you down, but more there to really try to take the ball away from you. So our perimeter movement is going to be important.
Got any good Billy Gillespie stories from Texas A&M days?
No, just I've got a lot of respect for Billy. He did a great job at when he went to A&M. They really first time probably they made a real commitment to basketball. And he did a great job there building it, and then also moving on to Kentucky. But from meeting Billy when he was on Bill Self's staff and through the years, and again, he's a terrific basketball coach. And again, every time I think of him, is kind of what I said. You're in for a fight. I don't care where he is, what he did. That's his personality. That's who he is, and he has a great way of getting that across to his players.
Did you face any of these Kentucky teams?
No.
Anything else? Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.